Last week, we met some extraordinary teachers and students at Montlieu Academy, a magnet school for technology in High Point. The school's administrators developed a bold new vision for Montlieu, and with grants from High Point University and community foundations, they purchased iPads for every student and teacher in the school, kindergarten through 5th grade. Tonight, we look at how technology fits into our state's education plan and the Common Core standards. Producer Donna Campbell brings us the second story in this special series, narrated by Bobby Dobbs.
The iPad is spectacular and cool.
It's a magical device.
Great way to learn and also have fun.
Technology is wonderful.
For schools, technology means really big changes with one small device. How small is it?
9.7-inch LED glass.
And how does it work?
It's the first dual-core chip that's ever been put in an iOS device.
Students love iPad, and teachers love it too.
The technology changed the way we teach.
Allowing our kids to do more, faster, which allows learning to proceed at a faster pace.
Because of iPad, school can be a more creative experience. Maybe even magical.
Anything you want it to be.
We are in for a big celebration today because it is an enormous, tremendous, empowering day for Montlieu Academy of Technology.
The big news in February 2013 was that Montlieu Academy in High Point had been named an Apple Distinguished School. That means they are among fewer than 100 schools nationwide to be recognized by Apple Computer for their innovation, leadership, and educational excellence.
Children are able to pick up on learning how to use the iPad and use it effectively as an educational tool a lot quicker than we're able to, because their brains are not wired in a way that is already going down one channel. They're wide open.
They live in a digital world. They live in a 21st century world. When they come into school, a lot of times we ask them to what we call power down. We have them sitting there listening to lectures. And so really a team came together and started thinking about student learning. The district wanted to put into place a school that would be a prototype technology school that would showcase a one-to-one program. And so they thought Montlieu would be the great place to see how this technology will work and how it would be to have every single student in the building to have an iPad or a tablet device.
It's fun. You get to read, do math. You get to go to different things like the alphabet. Today we were getting on this app called Keynote, and we were doing who, what, when, where, and why. Pluto Piano helps you make music. So like if you're a beginner, it can help you learn about music.
It can be like for free time drawing. Like the drawing tools, you have the radius, how thick it is, and then the opacity, how transparent it is.
I'm getting better on my speed and my accuracy and on my reading because there's an app called Timed Reading, and it helps you speed up on your reading and tell you how many words you've been reading per minute.
Montlieu's emphasis on technology is making a difference for their students, and educational experts across the state are paying attention.
Today's technology is as much about content creation as it is content consumption. And for a long time, we thought that technology's place in the classroom was just for the teacher to present in a new way. But now we know that the real power and what really engages our students and makes that learning authentic is for them to use the technology to create new models of learning and teaching that they can share with each other.
A key challenge for us in education today is designing schools and designing learning environments so that our students are challenged and so that they can be creative and produce new knowledge. That's really what it's all about. There's a huge connection between that kind of activity and what our nation needs to continue to be a leader economically in the world.
The new Common Core standards for North Carolina have been created with technology in mind.
Common Core covers English, language arts, and math. We also have a whole new set of content standards for the other areas like social studies and world languages and computer skills and information skills. All of those, including the Common Core, have really been written from the ground up to push the boundary of what students can do. What we talk about when we talk about our new standard course of study in the Common Core is revised Bloom's taxonomy.
Bloom's taxonomy refers to a classification of learning objectives that was developed in 1956 by a group of educational psychologists led by Dr. Benjamin Bloom. These classifications of intellectual behavior were used by educators until the 1990s, when the taxonomy was updated to reflect relevance to 21st century work. The new emphasis is on creativity.
I'm noticing that my students are becoming better writers. I don't let them just write anything on their iPad before they're able to publish. With blogging, I make them, write in full sentences. They have to speak to a higher level or write to a higher level. So they know that, when they publish something, it's going out into the world.
It's exciting for them, and I know they're going to want to do it, especially things that they have to create. So using Pages or Keynote or apps that allow them to generate things, I know I'm going to get a lot of buy-in from them.
I think without the technology, we were staying in low-level questioning, lower-level thinking. And if you think about Bloom's, you need to move up to the creative and evaluative process. So with the technology, you can do both. If you introduce the skill or the concept to the students, then they can create, whether it's a Keynote or they can create their own graphic organizers. You're not just putting something in front of them. You can see how their thinking goes and how it all connects. But then the evaluative part is they love looking at each other's work and seeing what, oh, I didn't think about it that way, or oh, that's how you saw it. They enjoy sharing what they've created on the iPad, and then of course they love evaluating each other as well.
The skill set that we need to teach in the classroom is not, exactly what do you know, because we can find information on the internet. It takes 2 seconds to find the answer. But the skill set is, what are you going to do with that information? How are you going to take that information and transform it and do something creative with it that will actually solve a problem that we have in our society? How can you do that? And as educators, as teachers, how do we create that environment? We don't need schools where students are just memorizing information. It really won't get us anywhere. Those are the kinds of shifts that we're making in education right now. And really the driver is this technology.
Next week, we will learn more about Montlieu Academy of Technology.